So, my dear students, I am not able to see you, have a look of you, but you can have a look of my old familiar face. Well, I hope this new technology may prove to be more beneficial and more productive in transmission of knowledge and in creating a more absorbed atmosphere on your part. And for me, I am trying to reinvent myself from a typical technophobe, technophobe, I taught you a word, to somewhat, not exactly, but somewhat a technophile. Reinvention is difficult but not impossible. And the requirement of the system, if you want to get yourself tuned to the requirement of the system, you must be able to reinvent yourself. Otherwise, with the changing times, if you don't change yourself, you may perish. You may be consigned to the dustbin of oblivion, dustbin of history. Anyway, beta, I hope you must have enjoyed yourself completely and fully, as well as utilize your more than precious time, invaluable time, in upgrading yourself intellectually and from the point of view of examination. Anyway, I am not going to start my lecture today, this inning after vacation, though a brief one. I am not going to start it by homework, which I would like to take in 1 or 2 classes, or maybe 3 also, after I finished teaching you one of the chapters which is the lengthiest in your syllabus, consisting of 25 pages around 25 pages, and that is the enemy, investors. So if you don't have this, get hold of this book. And do you remember, it was a part of your holiday homework to have gone through this story, because it is not, advisable for me to read word by word, line by line. It will be a time-consuming marathon process, and we can better utilize this time elsewhere. So having assumed, making this assumption that you must have read the summary, etc., and the book also, the chapter, I start the discussion. Beta, so today I am dealing with the chapter called The Enemy. Yeah. As the name sounds, the word enemy evokes a sense of hatred, a sense of trepidation, fear, apprehension, suspicion, and almost all the negative feelings, all the negative emotions that human mind is capable of conjuring up. But in this chapter, the author has dealt with somewhat different aspect of the word enemy. The author is an American. She was born in the last to last century, and died in 1973. She was born in Virginia, state of Virginia, and but when she was only just 3 months old, her family migrated to China, and she spent a very long period of her life, that is around 40 years, in China. She is widely traveled and has a worldview which can be truly called cosmopolitan. Beta, in this chapter, what about, I'll just, something more. She is the winner of a very prestigious award for journalism. The name of that award is Pulitzer, something like that. Pulitzer Award. Pulitzer Award, yeah. And she has also been a recipient of Nobel Prize for Literature. She, in this, story, she has narrated this story from the point of view of not only a dispassionate observer, not just a dispassionate observer, but also from the point of view of humanist. Let me tell you something about the backdrop of the story. The backdrop of the story is Second World War. As you know that there were two power blocks in fact. One consisted of America, England, France, and many small countries on one hand, and Japan, Germany and Italy on the other. Of course, Japan was an imperial country at that time. It was not a democratic country. Imperial means under an emperor. It was a totalitarian regime. But a totalitarian regime is something that you might see in China or Russia or many Muslim countries. The word totalitarianism can be juxtaposed. You know, juxtapose का मतलब जानते हैं? Totalitarian. Japan was totalitarian at that time, but not US, not France, not England. So on one hand we had totalitarian regimes, namely fascist Italy, Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan. On the other hand, you had democratic countries, and all these totalitarian regimes were known as Axis power. Axis power. And they were juxtaposed against. You know juxtaposed? I taught you this word perhaps. Juxtaposed means इसके बगल में रख लो for comparison. They were juxtaposed against allied powers, allied forces, consisting of mainly of Britain, France, and US. Japan joined Second World War quite late, but its areas of activities were in the Pacific Ocean, Southeast Asian countries, and US. And you know it, finally Japan was bombarded with atom bomb at two places, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, which brought an complete end to the Second World War, because Japan surrendered after that. So the backdrop of the story is the two nations at war. Now here we are dealing with US and Japan. Japan is one of the Axis power and US is allied power. Now it is wartime. Because this story is not about, just what is good and what is bad. We tend to see the world as divided between right and wrong, black and white. Things are not in black and white. There are shades of grey. सब कुछ अच्छा, सब कुछ बुरा नहीं होता बेटा. Sometimes human mind is assailed by conflicting values. Two desirable things. Which is better? And which is not better? That sense of judgment, that sense and that, decision-making power depends on your internalized value systems that you cherish the most. Beta, it's very easy to select, to opt between what is right and what is wrong, provided the definitional boundaries of what is right and what is wrong is crystal clear.